Hey guys and gals, I am Sage. Welcome to Vlogging with Sage. It's been well over a year since our last vlog. Last vlog was about GTA 5, which was an awesome game, which basically kept me from doing everything else, like keeping up with this production, which is unfortunate, and I'm sorry about that. Just to give you an update on where everything is. Around 2013, the whole production was minus Shade, who is stationed in Montana Air Force. We were all roommates, and Big White got a promotion around the summertime. I want to say July, which was great. He got a promotion, but it required him to move to a different city, Rio Doso, and so we lost a roommate, and he eventually replaced him with someone else for the remainder of our lease. The house went up for sale, but because of our lease, our contract, we were still allowed to keep renting, the remainder of the year, to just keep it as rent status until we were done. And then, and so during that whole fiasco, we would have to let the house be shown. We had to show clients, the house and whatnot, for whoever wants to buy the place, and that was very annoying, very annoying, and so just on top of that, and playing GTA 5, this amazing game, kind of slacked off. We all slacked off. We stopped doing this stuff, and we're really sorry about that. So once our lease was up, we all split up. Rhodey went with his girlfriend to live with her, and now his fiance. And Big White is still in Rio Doso, but as of right now, I think we have either a week or 2 weeks, and he'll be moving back. So that's awesome. Finally. I don't know what the deal is. He had plans to move, whether they moved him or he quits and moves here, and so I don't know which of the two that he's done. Either Big Five has promoted him again and is moving him back here, or they're just replacing, keeping him at the same status and moving him back here, or demoting him and moving back here, or he's quitting and moving back here. So as of right now, I don't know, but I know he's moving back here, so that's great. We all miss him. And so after we all split up, this was around December, I moved in with a few of my high school friends, or high school friend and his sister, and it was great. But my room had everything that I owned, minus the table I left out in the shed. But other than that, everything that I owned was pretty much Tetrised in this small room, which worked, but it wasn't comfortable enough for me to vlog and do production stuff with the camera in this tightly space, and so it's one of the reasons why I put this off for so long. But I was only there until April, late April to early May of 2014, and then I moved here to this house right here, which is Rhodey's parents' place, who they rent out, and now that we're renting from them, so that's great. And so, and that's where we're at the moment. I have this bigger space, and I'm gonna show you a nice panoramic of my room, of some of the stuff that I've kept since. Well, here's a photo of my first man cave, and then here's a photo of my second man cave. This is the 2-story house with the whole rooming with the whole crew, minus Shade. And then I don't have a picture of the room that I Tetrised after we all went our separate way. I should have, because it looked awesome. I mean, I was able to walk around and all that, and everything worked. You know, nothing was too dangerous to walk around. Mainly, I had, throughout the panoramic, or nice show of my room, I basically have these 3 DVD cabinets just stacked one on top of each other, and then I had my recliner right in front of that. And so I had the case, my recliner, TV set, and so I was able to. It wasn't a mess, but wasn't comfortable. It wasn't nice to be around to do camera work. To sit here and talk. It was a very, very, very cozy, confined room, and so I'm very glad to move here. I did enjoy living with my previous roommate, and I feel bad for leaving him. So now they don't have any roommates, and I'm sure they were enjoying my help in the bills, and so hopefully luck comes to their side. I really do hope that things work out for them. And so an update. Right after getting GTA 5, I did go to Albuquerque Comic Con. That would have been my 4th year, which would have been 2014 of January. And Albuquerque Hotel was their where the Comic Con was held, and it was very compact. It was terrible. I absolutely hated it, and if things didn't work out this year, if they did another hotel, I would not have. 2014 would have been my last year for Comic Con of Albuquerque. I was very confined. I was just being being packed with so many people in this small area was just not nice. And the experience I've had with Ace I just didn't feel like ever going to Comic Con again. And here's the funny kicker. After that, I did go to Ace, but it was only briefly. I was probably there for an hour, and that was it, which was nice. I got to see a panel. I don't remember the name of the panel, or there's this show that Star Killer, the actor, I forgot his name. He did Star Killer. He did I don't even remember Superman's mortal monster enemy. The one that pretty much killed him. Almost did. Smallville. You guys would know what I'm talking about. It was about him being a vampire, I think. It was a monster show that didn't last, I think 5 seasons or 3 seasons or so. But it was a panel about that show, and so it had all 3 of the main characters. 3 or 4. I think I wanted to say 4. And it was awesome. It was a great panel. Loved it. But other than that, my ride had to go, and so I was pretty much there, and then I was gone. And so I didn't experience Ace at all, and which was unfortunate. And now, as I've heard, as of right now, whoever started Ace or who was operating Ace is now shut it down. Is no longer can afford Ace, and so there's no more Ace. And so it's like, well, great. I went to my last Ace and I didn't really do much. And again, I was in my Turbo Fist outfit, and so no one really recognized me. I'm still that character is still new to the world, and so and no one knows what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. Turbo Fist is a character from... It's a series that we're working on right now, that we're still working on the story. We don't know if it's going to be a webisode series, a mini-series, or a movie. As of right now, we got episode 2 working on right now. We're writing, and my character's ready to go. I've sewn my whole outfit, and we're still working on Rhodey's character, is the middle child, and hopefully we'll have at least a teaser trailer or a trailer come out this year. That would be great. And so yeah, I'm basically a dim-witted superhero of Albuquerque, and so that's what Turbo Fist is. He's a dim-witted superhero, and so I'm in this blue superhero outfit with a blue matching color luchador mask, and I am Turbo Fist. It's pretty awesome, and I did enjoy wearing that for Comic Con, even though it was extremely compact, and I barely did anything before Ace. And now I just got back from Comic Con. That's why I'm in my Jedi gear. And it was at the convention center, which was great. So my experience did a 180. It's back to what it was like when I first went to Comic Con back in 2011, and so it was nice. Which is unfortunate because some of the panelists that I remember, some of the vendors, I didn't really see a lot of vendoring people that I would usually see at Comic Con. So I think their experience from the last one was pretty much an end for them. But hopefully they'll hear enough of this year, how bigger and space is. And if they get the same space next year, I'll probably see, hopefully, twice as much people show up. That would be great. And now that Ace is not going to be around, I'm sure a lot more people are going to show up next year if they use the convention center again. Which is unfortunate because Ace is the summertime convention, where Comic Con is January, and it's a winter one. And so a lot more people do show up at Ace. And so whether they'll show up next year at Comic Con when they didn't spend any money at Ace this year, we'll see. If you don't follow us on our Facebook page, I did mention that we were working on a horror film. It was Dragon's House of Horror. We were producing it. That was pretty much our end of that. That's where we were at with this project. We were just producing it. There was not much communication between me and basically the director, the other guy who was also, he was kind of running things without me, and as the producer I was supposed to be doing all that, and the things just weren't working out as I thought it would, and so I basically backed out. With the guy who wanted to make his story a movie, it wasn't going to work out when there was no communication between the three of us, me being the producer, him the story. He wasn't getting his script out. He was always changing his story, which is unfortunate, because that just makes it harder to make things work together, and it was just a mess, and so I just didn't feel like stressing on this project when I have other projects going at the same time, and so I had to let it go. And I do wish them best of luck for making his dream come true, making his story a movie. He has a lot of potential. He has the props. He has his own set, and he has the actors and the actresses. He just needs a crew that will hopefully get it done. And I do wish the best of luck. At the moment, I'm also working on other projects, and I didn't like how I was not in the loop and being, the producer of the whole project. That was why I was hired, and so I just didn't like it. It's just how it goes. That is the way of the film industry. Things are like that. Sometimes they just don't work out. But as long as you don't give up, it'll eventually work out. And so I do wish the best for the movie if it ever comes out. And I will be there to support it. Again, if you have followed us on Facebook, you would also know that we are working on Saber Brawl 2. And that is, we're working on the choreography. We've practiced for 9 days so far, if not 8, maybe 10. 8, 9, 10. We practiced a little bit, and it is looking great. We took a break for winter. It's daylight savings, and it's about an hour ride out there to practice, and so we're just taking a good break. Once daylight savings ends, starts. When that starts again, we'll go back to it, and that'll be where we'll probably finish filming it by May. And so if everything works out, hopefully we'll have the trailer up by the summer, which would be great. We've already shot 3 scenes, and we just need 3 more scenes shot, and that will be the project for Saber Brawl 2. So really do hope that everything comes to plan, which would be great. And so yeah, I'll show you a few pictures that I taken from Ace or Albuquerque Comic Con. It felt like Ace. It was a different building. The convention center has like 3 buildings, I think. And instead of using the right, or the east building, we used the middle one. And so it had the same feel as Ace. It had 3 floors, not the single floor that, well, it technically has 2 floors. But the main expo of Ace is a first floor type of deal, but had a big space for it. And so it was nice to see a bigger area for Comic Con, and so I'll show you some of the pictures I saw that I appreciated. I did not see a lot of cosplayers. It was pretty disappointing. There were not a lot of cosplayers this year. I don't know if I just missed them a lot through just my short period of being there. It was about 3 hours, maybe 4 hours of being there. So I don't know if I just missed a lot of them, or their experience from last year, like me, wasn't so great. I don't know. I did see a lot of good friends that I usually see, so there was that, and so after you see all the pictures that I took from Albuquerque Comic Con, I'll show you a nice pan all over my room of my man cave, my geekiness, and hopefully there will be another vlog next month. I'm gonna do every Friday. There should be a new video, but each one will be a different category. Like just recently, Shady and I just got Xbox Ones, and so we've been messing around with the DVRs on the Xbox Ones to record our clips. And so we're going to be putting a whole 5-minute episode of our clipses once a month, and then we'll have hopefully a new Dare to Play once a month, and then so a vlog once a month. A vlog from me, and maybe a vlog for Rhodey, my roommate, and unfortunately for the Xbox One, I only have one game, which is GTA 5, because I rebought it. Still getting used to the Xbox One. I really don't like it. Just Microsoft, hear me out. Xbox 360 was very personal. I had a little avatar. When I turned on my Xbox, I had my avatar right there to say hello to me, and then I had my personal background, which made the Xbox personal. It made it my Xbox, not just some random Xbox. When I turn on the Xbox One, I get a black background with green apps. Looks like Windows 8. I'm running in Windows 7. I hate Windows 8. I don't like these apps. I have a fucking cell phone for that. I don't need to turn on my Xbox and not feel like it's a personal thing. You know, I want it to be a personal thing. I have all these other consoles that my PS2, my Xbox, my well, actually the GameCube is more personal than those two, but you know, it's, you know, every time I turn on these the Xbox, I want it to you know, I spent $400. I might as well make it custom. You know, make it a touch of me, not just a touch of you guys in Microsoft. You know, so just if you ever update it, please. I am sure a lot of fans would be happy with that. And that will set you guys apart from Sony. I mean, you had PS3 and then you had Xbox 360, and 360 was pretty personal, where the PlayStation was like was kind of like a web browser, you know, and so that set you guys apart from Sony. And now Xbox One is pretty much like PS3. It you know, it's not personal, and I just don't like that. So, just a suggestion. Back on my rambling. So yeah, I only have one game, and so my clips will, as of right now, just be GTA 5, where Shades, he has a variety of games already, so you'll see a little bit more of his different games versus my only one game as of right now. And that'll be that. Thank you for watching.